Welcome back to the Sol a History campaign for the Freespace Port and Inferno here on Paladin Gaming. We're going into the 10th mission of the Sol 2335 arc of the campaign. And yet, as they surrounded the heart of the Alliance, that which would eventually cause the GTA to triumph over its enemies was born in the Altair system. Their ship destroyed, a group of Vasudan refugees had evacuated to a planet in Altair, where they discovered ruins that were neither Terran, nor Vasudan, nor Shivan in origin. And in these ruins, they discovered that which would end up saving the Alliance from destruction, the knowledge that in subspace, the Shivan shields did not work, and into subspace they can be tracked. The GTA very nearly missed its chance. The Lucifer evaded GTA attempts to destroy it in the Sirius Delta Serpentis jump node, and so the Alliance had but one opportunity left to destroy the Lucifer and save Earth from the fate of Vasuda Prime, while the Lucifer was making the jump to Sol. The consequences for failure would have been immense, but thankfully a small squadron of pilots managed to engage and destroy the Lucifer in subspace before it could arrive in Sol and become nigh on invulnerable once more. However, the destruction of the Lucifer in the subspace node damaged it so that the node became completely and utterly unusable. Too unstable even for subspace communications to get through, Sol was cut off from the rest of the Alliance. Worse still, when the news was broken to civilians still nervous over the no longer imminent Shivan invasion, panic and civil unrest suddenly cropped up everywhere. An already battered and bruised First Fleet was forced into a police role as civilian vessels suddenly turned on the GTA and Earth. Sol quickly degenerated into nationalistic chaos. The first instance was of the GTA task force sent to evacuate the Neptunian science colony, being thwarted first by those they were sent to rescue, then by ships purported to be from Jupiter who claimed the science station for themselves, and finally by more ships from Neptune coming to the rescue of the beleaguered scientists. Soon after, Jupiter declared independence from the Galactic Terran Alliance, reverting to its old pre-alliance name of the Jovian Coalition. Following initial strikes against secondary installations, First Fleet prepared a full-scale invasion of Jupiter in order to clamp down these rebellious feelings throughout Sol once and for all. Unfortunately, as they were about to make the jump to Jupiter, Martian guerrillas staged a surprise attack and took out several of First Fleet's cruisers, greatly weakening the Loyalist offensive power. The Terra, First Fleet's flagship, crawled back to Earth slowly as GTA forces across the system were ambushed and fled back home to Earth. Greatly diminished, GTA Command decided to try and even the playing field a bit. With only a few cruisers and a heavily damaged destroyer to work with, Earth could not withstand an assault from the now independent rebel planets, and so the plan was to bleed the enemy white by taking out as many of their ships as possible, using their pilots' superior skill and armaments to do so. The hope was to prevent the rebels from attacking Earth due to a simple lack of firepower. However, the plan didn't work. The rebels gathered together as many ships as they could in the name of eliminating a common enemy, and launched an assault against the Terra, now in orbit around Earth. Thankfully, where the superior pilot training of the GTA had not helped previously, it did help here now. The Terra and her escort wiped out the rebel fleet in a massive battle that saw the deaths of many pilots and cruiser crews. With their fleets all but destroyed, be it by the GTA or by the various other rebel powers, a ceasefire was signed between the GTA and the various powers, with Mars, one of the more prominent rebel powers along with Jupiter, acting as the main focus of the treaty. Although Earth would be completely isolated from the other planets, left to suffocate in its lack of any resources left to use, it would be left alone. This would prove to be a fatal mistake. Excerpt from T.P. Anderson's The Sol System, 2335 to 2372. Aftermath.
To keep our pilots occupied, Command has requested we all take turns escorting the ships cleaning up after yesterday's battle. While you are not required to take part or to stay until the mission is complete, it is recommended by Command for the sake of your mental health and well-being.
Primary objectives: oversee post-battlefield cleanup. It is a scramble mission for some reason. Let's hit it.
So what are we doing out here, exactly? I told you, we got to clean up this mess. That's what the freighter is for. Yeah, but why? Why bother? Because Command said so. Alright.
The orbital debris is a real problem.
Wow. Must have been quite some battle, huh?
Oh, it was.
I suppose so. All those ships going up in smoke must have been amazing. Yeah, sure. That's it. wish I'd been there. What? Are you stupid? Why the hell would you want to be there? Well, you know how we got into this squadron. Nearly everyone in it got killed yesterday in this amazing battle. You want to ask them whether they wanted to be there? How about Alpha One? Alpha One was there. You want to ask my leader whether he wanted to be there or not? Oh, Jesus, dude. Sorry, Christ.
Supplies! Alright.
Harrison, you found anything worth salvaging yet?
No, all junk pretty much. Nothing we can take home with us.
Salvage? What are we doing salvaging? Don't we have enough of our own stuff to make our cruisers? No, we don't. This is Earth. We've been using it for resources for centuries. Nearly all burnt out now. Oh!
Oh boy.
When are you going to be done, Harrison? I can't wait to get out of here. Oh, Command said we could go when we wanted to. Relaxing the rules a bit after what happened yesterday, you know. Right. Now they tell me. Oh well. Might as well stick it out.
So Kappa's over there on escort duty for the Terra. Passengers, passengers. Is there anything else happening, or are we just... Alright. Harrison just jumped out. Alright, I don't think anything else is going to happen. Let's just jump and presumably get our credits for this sub-arc. It feels like the end. The end. Okay, guess not credits. No recommendations. So obviously no kills and no assists. It does count hits against debris, funnily enough. So that leaves our grand total for the Sol 2335 arc of the campaign at 100 kills with 15 assists. So this was Aftermath, the 10th kinda sorta mission of the Sol 2335 arc of the Sol A History campaign for the Freespace Port and Inferno here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.